Hello there and welcome. Welcome, dear ones. Welcome, fellow spiritual adventurers and seekers of the higher cosmic psychic path. It's Psychic Cynthia here. You know, I've been hearing from people lately and catching the vibes that there are many of us who are feeling a little bit disconnected from joy, from inspiration. In other words, many of us are feeling tired. Or as if life has lost the sparkle, the magic. I've even heard many of my clients and students who these are very connected, tuned in people. I've heard them say they've been having problems connecting with their guides, connecting with their angels and ancestors. It's been a little bit fuzzy lately. They haven't been getting clear communications. And frankly, they've just, a lot of people have been feeling frazzled and overwhelmed and as if, they don't know what direction to go into. So if you have been feeling this, if you have been feeling basically confused, fuzzy, not clear, as if there's so much static, so many messages coming in, you don't know which way to go, or you just feel blah. I'd like to address that today. And of course, each situation is different. Every person is unique. I acknowledge that. Even just looking at our own astrology charts and how the cosmic rays and energies may be coming in and impacting your unique chart, that's something to consider. That's something to investigate, either through getting a reading with an actual astrologer psychic like me, or just investigate it on your own, okay? If you want to, if you feel so led. And I know it's not for everybody, but it should be. Okay. But part of this, what is happening, let me make it as clear as I can so you understand what is happening and then maybe the remedy. A remedy, a very good, strong remedy for this. Part of what is happening is we've just been going through, a time of collective purging and also bringing up what I would call the darkness. And darkness is not necessarily evil, but there may be some of that, bringing up all the unsavory hidden aspects. So much of that's been coming up to be purged and to be recognized. Some of it is purged, but some of it is just to be seen. So on a collective level, there's a lot of darkness and fear, and we're seeing it. We're becoming aware. Aren't you becoming aware that, for example, doesn't it appear to be that, many aspects of the mainstream media want to keep us in fear? And it doesn't matter how you feel about this issue or that issue or how you vote. None of that matters, okay? Just look, open your eyes. It's like they'll run one story saying this and then one story saying the opposite. They want to, because fear sells, okay? I think it's true. Until we change our consciousness, that is going to be true. But that's the purpose of this. So, more of this is coming to the forefront. We understand now, I hope we do, that there are external influences that, wish to direct us into fear, into confusion and defragmentation. So some of that is simply a result of opening oneself up to these influences. And you've probably heard it said before, I'm just going to say it again, especially right now. One of the best things you can do is just turn that crap off, period. And I know some of you are going to say, but I need to be informed. Well, you have to choose. Do you need to be informed more than you need to be clear on your life path, inspired, connected in with the higher energies? Have you ever known a guru or a really truly wise person, just a wise person, a mentor, somebody in your life that really had their stuff together? Have you ever known a wise, sane, grounded, enlightened person who spent a lot of time following the news or following anything like that external? I doubt it. So it's time to turn that off. And listen, if you really need to know about something, you're probably not going to hear it on the news. I would think that if it's really affecting you personally or your family, you might hear it from somebody else. There might be a few exceptions. Of course, there are always exceptions, but it's a general guideline to go by. So just reminding you of the importance of claiming your own headspace. That's what I'm talking about. You got to get, especially the negative sources, anybody that wants to stir up chaos. And this really brings me to the big main point, is that when people tell me, of those of us who are feeling disconnected, who are feeling blah, wore down, tired of the earth school, it's lost its sparkle, or lost, there's typically been a lot of chaos, or there currently is a lot of chaos and drama in their lives. And again, one could say that this whole Earth planet, or much of it, has been in chaos for the last few years, 2 years, I guess now. So there's been a lot of chaos and drama, and here is a very powerful secret, an idea. If you let yourself get caught up in dealing in chaos and drama, if you focus on that, the more you focus on that, the more static it creates in your aura. Literally static, blockages. And then you can't connect with your higher guidance anymore. You can't connect with the masters. You can't connect with your higher self. You probably can't even connect deep within with your intuition, because the focus on the chaos and the drama creates obstacles. It creates literally radio wave type energetic interference. I'm not saying you can measure it in the same way as radio wave, but it's definitely an electromagnetic interference. And notice that I'm saying if you focus on the chaos and drama. I'm not saying if there is chaos and drama, because guess what? There's always chaos and drama somewhere. Granted, the last couple of years have been exceptional on a collective level. And the powers that be that have interest in chaos and drama and getting people worked up, boy, they've been doing a good job at that, okay? But you can't see yourself as a victim, and you, more importantly, can't let yourself be a victim, dear one. Again, you can take charge of your own head space, your own heart space, your own mind space. Come up into these upper chakras, all right? Think about where do you want to be directing your energy. So the trick is to take your attention off the chaos and drama in your life and in the world around you. Every moment that you can do that. And listen, at first it's going to be hard if you've gotten in the pattern. I mean, I think of it as an addiction, because once we get in that cycle, we're just so used to it. It's almost like we get an adrenaline rush from it. We can't break free. But you can break free. Even if just for a moment, you can turn your eyes upward to some higher aspect of your life, to hope, to inspiration. And that is a good way to start. By the way, I've just given you a clue to take a quality that you wish to embody. It could be hope, it could be inspiration, it could be abundance, not greed, creativity, it could be beauty, it could be serenity. Serenity is one of my favorite ones. It could be unity. Any quality that you wish to embody in your life. And if you'll just start to meditate on that one word, that one idea. And by the way, it doesn't only have to be one, but it should be one to start out with, because if you're in chaos and your energies are frizzled and you're creating a train wreck in your life, or attracting, however you want to look at it, really one of the most important things, if you haven't gotten it now, is to just stop the mental chaos and focus a little. Focus on something pure, something high, something beautiful. And this doesn't mean, I just want to say, that you don't deal with your problems. Getting obsessed with chaos and the drama and living in fear, or really living in a cortisol response all the time, fight or flight, this is not helping, okay? So, yes, you can deal with the problems head on. You should. You should take constructive action. But that's hard to do when you're in that chaotic, frazzled state, isn't it? It's hard to even see what you should do. So start with meditating on one of these higher qualities. Make it into an affirmation, just a one-word affirmation. I know a lot of us like longer affirmations, but man, if you're really struggling or just feeling tired, worn out, or just like you're going to burst from all the stress, you need simple answers. So yes, one word. You don't need complex mantras yet. One word, okay? You could even use the sacred sound of Om, Om, or some other word, some other word, some other positive concept that you can tap into. And then the other thing, please don't try to do it on your own. Call upon your guides, especially call upon the higher level guides, call upon the archangels, the highest vibration of angels, call upon the wisest ancestors in your lines, and call upon the ascended masters. There are many ascended masters, many archangels, and you can learn more about that if you want. I think that everybody has certain leanings towards one or the other. In the West, the most well-known ascended master is Christ. And I don't mean just in a Christian traditional religious sense, but Christ as the ascended master of forgiveness and unconditional love. He teaches that. He's a healer. And then the other most famous ascended master, one of them, I guess I should say, is Saint Germain, the keeper and the bringer of the violet flame. And the violet flame, it's something I've been working with again lately, and as well as Saint Germain. And the violet flame helps us to burn off karma. And by the way, that's partly of why we have all this chaos, including the collective chaos. It is collective karma. We all are working through a collective karma together. And so if we will do the violet flame decrees and meditations, if we feel so led, we can help incinerate that karma and speed it up and move our way through it faster, so we can get back on to living more of a utopian, blessing type situation, or at least less of a hell world. Okay. But you may not be ready to do that yet. I don't know. If you feel called, you can work with those violet flame meditations. I think to start with, just working in your mind and imagining yourself infused. So that's from the inside out, and maybe also surrounded in a pure white light or a crystalline light. Or you can use one of my own personal favorites, which is an opalescent light. And if you don't know what opalescence looks like, then just look up a picture of an opal and just think of that as an emanation coming from within you and bathing you. Bathe yourself not just in a white light, but in a light with soft colors, or in a light with a silver or a gold tint. And some people do love the gold and white light. And so the gold and white light is really good to meditate on if you need energization, warmth, enthusiasm. So that can be good for you. And then the silver white light helps to bring calming and soothing. So you could work with those and balance those. You could also just use gold and silver together. Gold, silver, and white all together. It's beautiful. And these aren't things that are only happening in your imagination when you see them. They do uplift and change your energy field. They do help to transform karma, which basically, if you don't understand about that, just understand that karma is the heavy, dead weight energy baggage that we brought into this life, some that we're making. And you want less baggage. It's a good thing, okay? So that you can be light, right? And again, this doesn't mean that you don't look at the difficult things in life. Do look at the difficult things. Do look into the shadow. But that doesn't mean you have to live in your own hell world, right? So anyway, I hope these tips help to elevate your consciousness, free your mind, and soothe your heart on your path. Until next time, I'm Psychic Cynthia, sending you many bright blessings.